You heard a direct question to Sergei Lavrov. What does Russia want? So let's bring you that side of the story. Julia Chapman is with me now, freelance reporter in Moscow. Julia, thank you for being here with us. As you listened to Sergei Lavrov, who's been in the foreign ministry role since 2004, you will know him well. Did you hear anything new about Russia's position on the issue today?
What we've learned about Russia's position is that if there is any intention to invade Ukraine, which Russian officials vehemently deny, they aren't planning to do it just yet. I think the most important takeaway from Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov is that this isn't the end of dialogue. The Russians appear willing to continue to hold talks with the United States, with NATO, in future weeks. There had been fears that in last week's dialogue sessions that the Russians might find disagreeable responses from the West that could lead them to leave immediately and refuse to carry out any further dialogue. That hasn't been the case. They are continuing to engage, and I think that's really important. We have heard time and again from the Russian government that what they want out of these negotiations, although Antony Blinken didn't call them negotiations, is to put forward these concerns about European security. Sergei Lavrov was keen to stress this isn't just about Ukraine. This is about the overall security apparatus in Europe. Russia wants written responses to its demands, many of which the West has said are non-starters. And Antony Blinken said they would get written responses about concerns and ideas. He didn't say there would be a point-by-point response to Russia's proposals. And I think this is what Sergei Lavrov had to say about some of his concerns today.
Наши озабоченности по поводу не вымышленных угроз, а по поводу реальных фактов, которые никто и не скрывает. Накачивание Украины вооружением, направлением сотен западных военных инструкторов на Украину. Сейчас еще Евросоюз, боясь отстать от натовцев, свою хочет создать военно-тренировочную миссию на Украине.
So Sergei Lavrov there saying that Russia has legitimate security concerns. Others would say that it's simply trying to widen its sphere of influence across Eastern Europe.
How do people in Russia view this stalemate? Any sense of the reaction there so far, Julia?
Not particularly to today's talks, but the general feeling here in Russia doesn't seem to be one that war is imminent. Much of the fear is coming from the West. There hasn't really been a sense that the Russian government is prepared to invade Ukraine, although a poll in December did suggest that the fear of war was ticking up ever so slightly here in Russia. But the atmosphere does certainly seem to be one of blaming the West for all of these tensions. An independent pollster earlier this month found that about half of Russians believe that the West, believe that Ukraine and NATO are to blame for the current crisis. Only about 4% of them put that blame at the feet of their own government. And certainly a lot of the rhetoric that we're hearing on television is about Ukrainian aggression, Western powers stoking the tensions in Ukraine and in Europe more widely. So certainly the Russian government not taking responsibility for the current level of tensions, although of course, as we know, there is a buildup of troops on the Ukrainian border that has been admitted by the Russian government. They say that that is due to an unfriendly atmosphere in Europe.
Julia, thank you very much. Julia Chapman is live from Moscow with us with the Russian point of view.